Welcome, hip hop enthusiasts. Today we have bandman Mazi, and we're gonna be going deep into the world of rhythm, rhyme, and let's talk about the lyrical maestro himself. How did you get started in the industry of hip hop?
So I started a really long time ago. Basically, I ran into him when I was in high school. I was first making like skits. I wasn't even making music at first. I was doing skits, and then I met him, and he was already making music. And from there, like, kind of just what I'm saying, it was like, all right, I'm gonna start hanging out with you. Started hanging out. Next thing you know, I'm making music too. Like, and then from there, just the balls kept rolling. So
What way did you start making music?
this is Audie, by the way. This is
Yeah,
Audie.
yeah.
Speak up, bro.
My bad. I started making music, I'd say probably like eighth grade,
Mm-hmm.
seventh grade.
Cool, cool. How did you get started? What did you like making when you were in eighth grade?
Shoot, I was working at McDonald's and then I bought like a whole studio setup and I just
You always liked hip hop, or was it more like any other genre
no
that you
no
start making?
we're versatile.
Yeah,
Like
we're
I don't know,
just
I like
literally
all
any.
Cool, cool. So what steps did you become to, be more active, making hip hop and into the industry that you are right now?
Well, first thing I definitely like took time to make sure like I got comfortable. I really like kind of looked and watched how other artists were moving, and then I was like, all right, let me. I think I'm gonna take it serious. Let me try to use the same steps that they did or use ways that they did. So I started like trying to get my image right, online and in person. So when people see you, they take you more serious, and that was one of the biggest things. First was definitely like taking image serious, taking the music serious, like just treating.
Cool. How did you get started in Instagram? What did you start making posts about first?
So the first post, like Instagram it's really hit or miss. My first post was really just like a normal post, and then I started promoting my music more. But over time, you got to find more ways to market your music so that we get seen more. Because you could post just a snippet of this or that, but there's so many different ways that you can promote on Instagram. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. It's a learning process because there's really no like right or wrong. You never know unless you post and it hits. So it's like that's one of the biggest things too is still trying to like find out how to market.
Cool. And one more question. Which other way did you release your music, or did you get yourself out there other than Instagram, social media?
I actually go through DistroKid. I
Mm-hmm.
started on United Masters, and then but I use DistroKid, and then it basically distributes it to all the major stores, Apple Music, Spotify. From there, I'll put it on SoundCloud myself.
Awesome. And, having your friend over here is a big help when making music. But other than himself, which other person did you take inspiration from when making music?
I listened to a little bit of No Cap, Broad Wave, Pure Born, Trippie Redd, Famous Dex when I was first. There's so many like artists out there that like I picked from, motivated me. I think one of the most motivating like memories I had was I went to Raw Wave's concert. It was the first concert I've ever been to. It was Raw Wave, and he sold it out. It's literally sold out. And just as like when you're in that like building, you feel like the energy. And it's just he's from 30 minutes from down the road from where I live, and he's like it really opened up.
That's awesome. And how about yourself?
I feel the same way. Like I felt like
Right. And that motivated you into making more and more music and trying to be better.
yes.
Right. Awesome. So, uh, you already talked about social media and how you promoted yourself through other music platforms. And many people have hip hop aliases or stage names. How did you come up with Bandman Mazi 7619?
So Bandman Mazi, Bandman. I first came up with Mazi. So I had like I don't know. I had changed my name so many times, and then I don't know what happened the last time I changed it to Mazi. I think it was because I changed it to Mazi because I liked Maseratis. So his name was Audie. I'm like, oh, I'll just be Mazi then. So that's like because at the time we were like really known as a duo. So oh, Audie and Mazi, Audie and Mazi. So I got Mazi, and that like everybody's called me that since. So I kept some stuck nickname. People think that's my real name sometimes. So yeah, so I got Mazi, and then FW is fuck with, but I wanted to be different, so I couldn't just put Mazi on Instagram, so I put FW as in fuck with Mazi,
Right.
and then I put Bandman because a lot of my friends they call me Bandman because I always I have a little money, I'm doing this, I'm spending that, so they call me Bandman.
Awesome. That's great. How about yourself? How did you come up with your alias?
We're we sitting together and like you said, like we were just trying to come up with a name. I like Audis, like I like Maserati. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just be Lil Audi. I'm finna
Lil
name
Ari
it.
and Mazi.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome. So starting social media again, it's hard to get a following. But how did you start to come up with a following? How did you start to get fans? How did you
Definitely got to be
consistent?
consistent. The content you got to post is more of a, I think, quality over. I look at Instagram as a resume. So like, if someone comes to my page and I have a whole bunch of pictures that aren't really like the best quality, and it's just like it doesn't look like a professional page. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Awesome. So elevating your social media page is definitely a go-to. We see
Yeah.
many other artists doing it, and again, it's something that you must have if you want to get taken seriously. So, do you have? You've been going to many events. I've seen. Well, again, we met in an event ourselves. So, did you have any fan moment in an event that you think, wow, that inspired me to keep doing what I'm doing?
I remember at one of my first shows. Like it wasn't a lot. It was probably like 10 people in the crowd, but my mom and my girl was out there, and like I seen a video from the crowd's perspective, just like my mom and my girl like supporting me, and like you know what I'm saying. I was like, my mom and my girl believing in me like that, like I'm proud. So it's like one of the biggest thing that pushes me.
Awesome. And I saw you with a lot of people in the event that we met, and you were, making yourself loud out there. And how did that feel like? How does it feel when you have you seem to have like most of the people cheering for you at an event?
It really is. It's unreal sometimes. Like you know what I'm saying. Like having a team. Like I didn't. I just started taking it serious this year, and like at first it was just like me and my camera team and they do sound, um, and we just started like that, and from there I've been dropping the videos and I've been making the music, and people around me like they've seen that it's good and it's quality, and they I got them to come on the road with me 2 hours out. You know what I'm saying? They'll pitch in for music videos. Like it's great to have a team. Like it's still unreal to me that like they believe in me as much as they do. So it pushes me as an artist.
Awesome. And how about your team? How did you find them? How did you first met up with them, and how do you make it work?
So my I got my like close direct friends, the ones that are always gonna support me no matter what. And then you have other friends that like you know what I'm saying. I like to feel people out. So I'm like, all right, if you're in the circle and you're genuine and you see the vision and you're here to support, you know what I'm saying. I'm part of the team. So that's how I really pick them. From there, it's been pretty good. So
Awesome. All right. So moving on, what advice do you have to someone who is just trying to get into hip hop, trying to make a song out there?
drop them songs, drop your music, bro. I still like right now. I have like this year alone. I've recorded over just this year alone.
How could we find that?
You can find. You said how you can find them?
Yeah.
fw.Mazi. You
Awesome.
probably won't find all 50 of them out there, but you probably. But drop songs. I have songs that from before I started taking it serious that maybe started already building a name, and who knows where I would have been at now. But I don't regret any of it. But definitely drop your music. Definitely don't let anybody try to tell you that you just got to do it. Like how I look at it is like I don't care who's supporting me. I don't care who's watching. I'm gonna do it to make myself happy.
Right.
I'm
Do
gonna
it
do
for
it.
yourself.
Exactly. Once you could do that and you enjoy it, and no one can tell you anything.
Awesome. And let's say we gave you a time machine right now, right? Took you back to eighth grade, right? What would you have done differently now that you're starting to set yourself up in the hip hop world?
I probably would have saved all my money.
Pretty smart.
Rapping, just not even just rapping, but just making music and being an independent artist is very expensive. Like you have to put into yourself and to push yourself. I probably also would have like, I would have took the music more serious back then too because being in eighth grade, that's a quick fan base that I had at school. So I probably could have capitalized on that opportunity, which I missed. What I do, there were a lot of
And
things.
we do know that making music and signing up for studios, renting studio time could get very expensive. But if you could have a power in the world to make something completely free about making music, would it be studio time?
I'd probably be an all-in-one. So it'd be you can go there, you can get your music done, and then you can do video production as well. And then let's say perform there as well. Almost like Black Room, the place where they have
Right.
the event. That place is amazing because you can go in there, do your music, and then you can go and hear it live, like if you're to perform it, and you can shoot videos there, like because it's just a, you know,
Right. And you do have an audience that goes there and supports you. because we do see a lot of people going in there and really enjoying the music and enjoying the time that they were there. So moving on, let me see. Hip hop is known for storytelling about what you've gone through and what you're willing to go through. Can you share any personal stories or experiences that have a significant impact on your music?
Seeing my mom struggle sometimes, or like not being able to help the way I want to help.
Yeah,
I gotta do it for moms. I gotta take care of mom.
and I feel the same way. Again, coming to this country very, very young, I pretty much lived in a one-story apartment with my mom, my family, my grandma, myself, for almost 6 years.
Yeah, so you know what it's like.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
I know what it's like. So again, just being at that spot, you think, man, I gotta change this, right?
Yeah.
And it really does motivate you. For me, like I've been again not only getting the job, but trying to go to school, trying to get myself educated. It's something that my family does help me push through that, and I see that for you also. Your family is also a big push.
My family, my team. My team is my family, but yeah, everybody for them.
All right, so hip hop has a rich history of collaborating, right, with other genres. If you stepped out of hip hop at this moment, right, and you wanted to make another genre of music, do you have something in mind?
Maybe some smooth rock, not the screaming rock, but like
Right,
something like
some
something I
indie.
can be like melodic over, but like you know what I'm saying.
Right,
Maybe singing.
awesome. So let me see what we got next. And coming up with the last two questions, again, how could people find you? How could people connect with you?
Find me on all platforms at fw.Mazi. Instagram is fw.
Awesome. And do you have any upcoming events that people could?
I do have. It's actually tonight, or not tonight, tomorrow. But we have a location change, so I don't.
Got it. Again, any other details? They probably find it in your IG, right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
It's on my IG.
Awesome. All right. So wrapping it up, we thank everybody for joining us in this insightful Q&A with Mazi. And we hope that you enjoyed it and got some insights into the world of hip hop and the journey of Mazi. Follow Mazi on his musical journey and don't miss out on his upcoming releases and events.